What if I told you that the very thing people laugh at you for today could one day become the reason the whole world claps for you? What if I told you that the stick in your hand, the dusty field beneath your feet, and the endless hunger in your stomach could be the birthplace of greatness? Once upon a time in a small Indian village, there lived a boy, but not just any boy. He was an orphan. No parents to guide him, no money to support him, no roof strong enough to keep out the monsoon rains. But he had one thing, one dream, one passion that burned so brightly it refused to be extinguished by poverty or pain. That dream was cricket. While other children had shiny bats and proper shoes, this boy had nothing but a stick carved out of bamboo and a heart that refused to give up. Every morning, before the sun rose over the paddy field, the boy would practice, barefoot on the hot, cracked ground. He swung that bamboo stick again, imagining himself at the crease of Eden Gardens, hearing a roaring crowd that in reality didn't exist. And, oh, how people laughed at him. "Look at that orphan boy," they would say, "dreaming of cricket with no bat, no shoes, no chance." Some even told him to stop. Find a job, earn some food. Cricket is not for people like you. But he didn't stop. He couldn't, because inside him was a fire, and he knew that fire was the only thing that truly belonged to him. One rainy evening, exhausted and hungry, he sat under a banyan tree. His palms were blistered, his legs trembling. For the first time, doubt crept in. "Maybe they're right," he whispered. "Maybe I'm just a fool, chasing something impossible." But then he remembered something his schoolteacher once said: "The strongest trees grow in the harshest storms. Roots only deepen when the winds are cruel." That thought changed him. He realized every insult, every blister, every empty stomach was not a punishment. It was training. Life itself was preparing him for something greater. So he kept going. Day after day, he played barefoot. He studied the moves of local players. He copied their swings, their stance, their timing. And slowly, something changed. He was no longer just the orphan boy with a stick. He became the boy people whispered about. The boy who could hit sixes even with a piece of wood. The boy whose bowling made others nervous. One day, a village tournament was announced. Teams from surrounding areas would gather. The orphan boy, with his borrowed bat and torn shirt, stepped onto the dusty pitch. People laughed again. But when the match began, laughter turned into silence. Every ball he hit carried the weight of years of hunger. Every run he scored echoed the voice of every insult he had endured. By the end of the day, no one laughed. They only clapped. And from that small village ground, his journey began. Years passed. The orphan boy was no longer invisible. Coaches spotted him. Local selectors invited him. And slowly, steadily, he rose, playing district matches, then state matches, and finally, wearing the jersey that every Indian child dreams of. When he stepped into the stadium, under the blinding floodlights, with thousands chanting his name, he remembered that bamboo stick, that bare ground, those nights of hunger. The world saw a rising star. But he knew he was simply the same boy who never stopped swinging. Let's pause here. As a storyteller, but also as someone who studies life patterns, let me share with you. Psychologists say that resilience, the ability to keep going despite hardships, the single greatest predictor of success. Not talent, not money. Resilience. That orphan boy didn't win because he had resources. He won because he refused to stop showing up. And that's the hidden truth of life. Greatness isn't about what you have. It's about what you refuse to give up on. So, my friend, if today you feel like the world is against you, if people laugh at your dreams, if your hands are empty and your stomach is hungry, remember this: you don't need perfect conditions. You don't need approval. All you need is the courage to keep playing your game day after day. Because one day, the world that laughs at you will clap for you. Don't stop swinging your bat. Don't stop chasing your dream. The crowd is waiting, even if you cannot hear them yet. And when that day comes, you'll realize the struggle was never your enemy, was your greatest coach. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who is about to give up. And if you believe in never giving up, hit that subscribe button, because here we tell stories that remind you of who you truly are.